and it's Finance Navigator is probably, and we'll hear, is the first EY internal startup that has actually started to operate like a regular company. So in that sense, you'll be hearing a global launch, and you'll actually get a little bit of a demo in terms of what's going on. The team is 3 persons from the Dutch office, and they are actually here for all of the 2 days, ready to demo. And so with that thought, Finance Navigator, the floor is yours, Alexander.
Thank you, Matthew. Thank you. So, hello everyone. Small technical issue. So, let me start with a small introduction. My name is Alex, and together with my 2 colleagues, Lars and Wout, we're a part of EY in the Netherlands, and we're working in financial accounting advisory services. But that's not the interesting part. Over the past 2 years, we have been working a lot with scale-ups and startups, and we've been really into innovation and entrepreneurship. And through that interaction, we came to realize, hey, we can actually contribute to that ecosystem. And as you can see, that makes us quite happy. We're part of a team in the Netherlands, it's called EY Innovation, and that focuses really on supporting startups. So I'm not going to bore you too much on what it does. I'm just going to show you a 45-second video, and then I'll come back to why we're actually here today.
You're an ambitious entrepreneur, ready to change the market. You see your startup or scale-up expanding, from local to global. To take the next leap forward, you need answers to essential questions. How can I expand internationally? Where do I find the right investor? And how can I share my success with my rockstar team? Meet EY Innovation, a partnership to guide you from startup to market leader. It's a tailor-made subscription with all our services you need to grow your business. And it offers you direct access to EY's worldwide network. Every year, we invite you for a strategic session. Our team has extensive experience in the startup and scale-up scene and will help you stay on track. As co-founder of multiple accelerator programs, we know what it takes to accelerate your growth. Discover what we can do for you. Join EY Innovation today.
So this is the initiative we've been working on in the past years, and through that we've been engaging a lot with startups and scale-ups. And basically it's quite simple how it works. I think the video already gives it quite a good insight, but in essence it's a more personal approach to the startup community. So what we were seeing as a problem is, you know, when we talked to startups and we said, yeah, we're from EY, they were like, oh, EY, great. A lot of shoots and high rates. And we were like, okay, that's not really how we want to be seen. So we created a team. It's really a team that drives scale-up growth, and it's really focused on startups. And basically what happens is we sit with the founder, we determine what kind of services can help grow the business, but also take care of the financial administration. And then based on that, the founder knows that for this year, for this type of services, this is what we're going to be paying, and we're helping them really accelerate their business. But this is what triggered us in a way. But what I'm really here for today is the Finance Navigator. And what was the problem we saw while we were working with these startups? Startups, they face a number of challenges, right? One of the more common ones is that 90% of those startups fail, and 1 out of 3 fail due to cash issues. So either they fail to raise funding, or their management, or they raise the funding and then their spending just gets out of control. Yeah, we're within EY, we're a financial professional services firm, so there's definitely a lot we can do for that. At the same time, what was the challenge for EY? Yeah, we have a lot of services. We support some of the biggest companies in the world on all these items. We have EY Innovation, which I just showed the video of, which is, you know, a kind of an initiative driven for the scale-up phase. But how can we actually help the early stage entrepreneurs? How can we work with them in an efficient way? And that's where we saw a gap. What was the challenge? How to link to those potential new Googles of the future in a way that works for them, and we can really help them and take them by the hand in that journey. came up with is the Finance Navigator, and we simply call it the online CFO for startups. What do we do in essence? It's a software as a service platform, so we help startups get funded and we help them manage their cash. And how do we do that? We provide, startups can build basically a standardized financial plan in an easy way. They can understand their financials through the use of the online CFO, so there's a certain algorithm behind the tool that helps a startup understand what kind of data needs to be filled out, but also once the data is in, the algorithm will run checks and will provide certain action points like benchmarking rates, some ratios that seem to be outliers, and in general, the whole purpose of this is to help build A, the understanding of the entrepreneur, and B, the quality of the model. But we also, through the platform, an entrepreneur can foresee certain cash problems. So, how is my business going to look in the future? What does potential expansion of my business case look like? How does it affect my financials? And how does my business case overall align with my financial plan? And to wrap it up, we try to keep it simple. So we try to really present it in a nice and easy way, where it's easy to understand and very visual. So I briefly explained what it is we do, but let me explain to you a bit how we also got here. So while we were working with startups through EY Innovation, we were providing a lot of workshops, we were doing a lot of financial models and preparing these startups for investor engagement. But with the whole Excel approach, we saw, okay, Excel can become quite cumbersome, can be quite complicated, and there can be quite a lot of errors, especially when entrepreneurs that don't have a finance background start adjusting items. And at that time, EY launched an internal innovation program, which basically invited colleagues, if they had an idea, if they had a frustration, to pitch their idea and to go through this program. So you start with your idea, you go then into the concept phase where you can really validate it. You have to talk to your clients. So what we did is we went out, we talked to startups, we talked to angel investors, we talked to venture capitalists, and we tried to validate through designs and through our, let's say, mimics of the tool, what their real problem is. And after that, we were actually in the startup phase, and EY placed us in an external business accelerator. So we were really treated as a startup. We were mentored by startups and by mentors outside EY, but also within EY. And after that process, we essentially came into the scale-up phase, which is where we are right now. So how this works is, the more you work on your idea, the more the value, the more time you get, the more budget EY gives you at the end of the day. But how was this journey for us? We did corporate innovation, we did entrepreneurship. I think this picture shows it quite well. It was kind of a roller coaster, so we really had our ups and we had our downs in this process. So I'll just touch upon some of the good things first. So we were a finalist in September 2006 of this internal innovation program. So that meant basically we went successfully through the startup phase and we were allowed to continue working on that. Then there's an internal innovation, an internal recognition program that EY has on a global scale. It's called Better Begins With You, and we won that for innovation in the Netherlands and Belgium. And then afterwards we were selected as a global finalist for the same category, only this time it's among 15,000 employees. So that helped us really get a lot of exposure, and in this way get in touch with an even bigger, let's say, test case, because we could really validate with even more colleagues and clients and potential startups that would use the tool. And at the end, we were funded by the management team of EY in the Netherlands, and essentially we became the first internal startup for EY. And that's where we are right now. But the journey was quite interesting. So, like I mentioned, the roller coaster. Some of the things that were challenging for us is we're all consultants within EY, basically. So we have our normal clients, and in the beginning we were struggling with our availability. How can we keep that balance between our normal clients and really building such a business? Because you really need to focus on your tool, and that is a challenge when you also have to service other clients. And it's quite new for EY what we're doing. Yeah, we're a firm of 250,000 employees. So we have a department and a process for everything. And everyone needs to approve. So it really feels sometimes like this matryoshka. So you think you have all the approvals you need, and then you have another 10 people that would need to approve. So things take time, and they take patience. So you are a startup, but still you don't always have the rhythm of a startup. And yeah, we are an audit firm, so also compliance and risk are really high on our radar. So those are also things that we were spending quite a lot of time to make sure we are compliant. Losing focus, I think this doesn't differ a lot whether you're an internal or an external startup, an entrepreneur and an entrepreneur, because yeah, we had an idea, we had a vision of what this tool should do, but naturally you get more information, you talk to more clients, you talk to more colleagues, and you start questioning, okay, should it be a financial planning tool? Should it be the next bookkeeping tool for startups? Should it be a VAT tool, or should we just focus on the business case? And that was, we had to channel all that information, and in the end we had to decide, you know, what's the best way to go. And then going from one delay to another and not being able to deliver on time. Yeah, we built a software tool. So initially we wanted to launch, these are the dates just in 2017, so I'm not even going back to 2016, but initially we wanted to launch in April. Then we thought August is more realistic. And officially, we launched on the 23rd of October. Not launched, we were ready, basically, at that point. But we did it, we made it, and we're the first EY digital tool for startups. And today here at Slush, it is our international launch of the tool. So it's quite a special day for us. And in the first month, let's say that we launched in the Netherlands, because we did first kind of a test case in our own country. We have so far 60 paying clients, and we have 22 international EY offices that have reached out to us. So there is a certain traction, and we hope that after this event here at Lars and in Finland, that we're able to grow this even more. What is our ambition? Our ambition is to become the standard tool for startups financials globally. And we really feel we can achieve that because the tool, we didn't just build it with us, we've been iterating a lot with startups. So it's a tool that you could say we built together with the startups. But we don't stop here, because if we want to really become a global tool and a standard tool, there are things that we want to keep improving, and we want to add functionality so that we can basically help other businesses grow as well. So these are some of the things that are on our roadmap, like a link to a bookkeeping system, adding a monthly quarterly overview, a link to investors. This is just some of the things that we want to keep pushing. So before I close this, I'm just going to show you a 2-minute product video of the tool itself. And then we have some time for questions, and of course if you'd like to do a demo, if you want to know more, our booth is over there. You can tell us by the t-shirts, and we will be very happy to answer any questions you might have.
Where was I? Ah yes, I still need to have my personnel costs to my financial plan. Okay, I'll have CEO, CTO and CMO. That would be general and administrative. 3 FTE with a salary of 50k. Start year would be this year. At. And I need 5 sales reps as of next year. Add. Okay, let's see how that looks on my dashboard. So, this is how my personnel relates to my revenues. But I see that I have a notification from the online CFO. Let's check it. The online CFO is telling me my revenue per FTE is high and I must be the new Apple or Facebook. Well, I am the new Apple. But maybe I do need some more personnel. So, update personnel. Okay, let's add 5 sales reps for 2019 and 2020. Done. Great, now I can unlock my break-even view, cash flow forecast, and funding need. Wow, I needed more funding than expected. That's good to know before my investor meeting next week. So, as discussed, I'll share my profit and loss forecast with Sarah. Copy. And paste. That was easy. Here you go, Sarah. Done. Now the only thing I need to worry about is whether I show the Finance Navigator dashboard on my laptop or my tablet.
So if there's, I don't know if you have any questions at this point. No? Well...
Alex, this is a Finnish audience. But I think just to confirm, Finance Navigator is open for business. So they're glad to add, I hope that I don't need to say their first Finnish client to the network, because we've been here for 4 hours already, so I expect that you have sold some business, but I think it's a tool, it's a concept that it's easy to be very proud of. So congrats, guys, and all the best. And again, you know, the demo is there. The video doesn't do justice in a sense that, you know, how easy it is to use. And I hope that you know, the word spreads out. Finland wanted to be the first one to see the international launch, so welcome to Helsinki, welcome to Slush, and welcome to EY Lounge, and you know, let's continue.
Thank you very much for having us, and we'll be very happy to show you the demo over there. So please join us at our booth. Thank you.
Thank you.